Hey friends, Ash here with Gents, and I am going to try to get a haircut at some point this week. That way I, can look a little bit better put together. But today I'm actually going to be doing a tag video, and it is a Scent My Ride tag video. So I'm supposed to be coming up with fragrances that work with my car for one reason or another. So this one I'm kind of approaching just having a little more fun with it. I'm not trying to be ultra super serious, but it's what we're doing today, scenting my ride. And I was tagged by the Fragrance Test Tube, Eva at the Fragrance Test Tube. Leave a link in the description. And also I'm gonna go ahead and tag Cam from Carolina Fragrance Reviews to do this video, as well as Tommy from Studio Scents, a couple of my friends. I wanna see what they come up with their rides. Let's go ahead and jump right into this, guys, and start scenting my ride, which is very similar to pimping my ride, just cooler. So what ride do I have? Actually, it's a Lamborghini Murcielago. It's very cool, very fast. Actually, that's not my ride. I can't afford that. It is an Aston Martin Rapide. Yeah, Aston, like Ashton. I just felt yeah, I can't afford that either. So what ride do I actually have in reality? It's a 2018 Kia Stinger GT2. So that is my actual ride. It's pretty nice in my opinion. It's attention grabbing, it's sporty, not too sporty, but sporty. And to an extent, it's almost like I'm going through my midlife crisis and getting that car only a little bit early before I hit midlife crisis full on. And it does have 4 doors, so I mean, there is some usability here. So it was one of the things I told myself when I got it. I was like, yeah, it's still usable. 4 doors. You know, having kids and things like that, 4 doors comes in handy. So yeah, Kia Stinger GT2. It's got a twin turbocharged engine, quick kind of car, but not super crazy fast. Essentially, the reason that I got it, or the reason I was really drawn to it, is because to an extent, if you stretch and use your imagination, the Kia Stinger looks a little bit like a budget Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, so that's why I really like the Stinger. So yeah, that's what I need to scent a Kia Stinger GT2. So that is the car that I'm scenting. The first fragrance that I'm going with here is this one. Good old Dior Sauvage. Oh boy. This one has ambroxan, pink pepper, black pepper, Sichuan pepper, all the peppers, and lavender as some of the notes in the fragrance. Sauvage is a little bit loud. It's attention grabbing, compliment pulling, and for me that's a little bit of what the Stinger is as well. It stands out a bit. Some people are going to say it looks tacky, some people are going to say it looks gaudy, some people are going to look at the body style of the Stinger and be like, yeah, not for me, friend. Don't like it at all. But if you do like the body style of the Stinger, or what the Stinger entails, you know, the particulars of the car itself, then you love it. And that seems to be how Dior Sauvage works as well. A lot of people are going to look at it, or smell it in this case, and be like, oh, awesome, what is that? But there is going to be a section of people that smell this or look at the Stinger and go like, that is disgusting, in a bad way, not disgusting in a good way. So that's why I'm going with Sauvage as the first fragrance. I feel like it's hard to miss it when somebody walks by and they've sprayed a bunch of this on, just like it's kind of hard to miss the Stinger when it drives by. But not everybody's gonna have that awesome reaction to it. Some people are just gonna be like, you're a tool, and that works with this as well. Some of you guys out there smell somebody wearing Sauvage and you just go like, ugh, what a tool, what a peasant, what a moron. And I imagine some people say that about me as I drive by. I weep, very sad. Don't be mean to me. Next fragrance is gonna be this one right here. Prada Luna Rossa Sport. It's red. Like the car. Really put a lot of thought into this. Lavender, vanilla, tonka, juniper, ginger. Some of the notes in this fragrance. And probably don't have to explain it too terribly much. It is a clean fragrance, which is how I like the car to look. And nice and clean with those swooping lines, you know, with the wax job on it. And it's a sporty fragrance, just like the car. Prada Luna Rossa Sport is right there with the original Luna Rossa style of fragrance before they went to carbon and black, where they started to kind of go toward Dior Sauvage, frankly, with carbon, and then into this darker Tonka, Angelica kind of mix in black. Luna Rossa Sport kept with that whole clean, soapy lavender kind of thing that Luna Rossa really started off with. A little bit of zing from juniper and ginger, not too much though. And then you've got a lot of sweetness in here from Tonka and vanilla. So essentially it's like if you took that lavender, that clean lavender, again, a little bit soapy, some people might even say powdery, and then mix it with vanilla and Tonka, really sweetening it up. That's what this is, but it's still easily worn in high heat, spring, summer, daytime sort of fragrance. So if you're just driving around casually in the Stinger in this case, then this makes a great fragrance, and it just kind of matches along with the car itself, with the aesthetic of the car. With Luna Rossa Sport, lavender is going to be one of the main notes here, actually the main note for me. It shares lavender with Dior Sauvage, which came before it, and it's not an enormous departure from Dior Sauvage in the sense that they're both versatile, people-pleasing kind of fragrances. This one, maybe not quite as versatile as Dior Sauvage, but pretty close. And this is just really kind of the fragrance I think of if the Stinger was a fragrance. Now the last one for the Kia Stinger, it is this fragrance right here, Versace Eros Flame. Ooh, I did a review of this back when this was newer, and if you take a shot every time that I say rosemary in that video, you'll die. So I'm probably gonna redo that review and make it a little bit of a higher quality review. When I went back and rewatched that, it was like, what are you saying? What are you doing? Stop it. Stop saying rosemary. But that is one of the notes in this fragrance. There's also vanilla and Tonka, which is something that it shares with this one, but no lavender here. You've got pepper, cedar, you have geranium. There's also orange in here in the top. And is it similar to the original Eros? Yes. You can definitely tell that Eros Flame is derived from the original Eros, which you would expect. It's got good performance, it's sweet. This one also attention grabbing. It's a big compliment puller. There have been times that I've sprayed this on after doing that review, and within the first 10-15 minutes, I've had multiple people say, hey, what have you got on? That smells good. So yeah, I like Eros. Like I just said, big compliment pulling sort of fragrance and a good night out kind of fragrance. So with the Stinger, again, being a little loud, a little bit attention grabbing, and red, I went with Eros Flame, and this one would be more my night out fragrance or my cooler weather fragrance for the three. So I've got one fragrance that's kind of all year, day or night, whatever. Another fragrance that's more spring, summer, daytime-ish. And then the last one here, fall, winter, nighttime-ish. Which is not to say that you can't wear Eros Flame in spring or summer, because you could. Just like you could wear Luna Rossa Sport in fall and winter if you wanted to. And out of these three fragrances, Dior Sauvage, Luna Rossa Sport, and Eros Flame, I feel like Eros Flame might be the one that encapsulates the Stinger to me the most. The bottle is not going to be for everybody, just like the Stinger's body style might not be for everybody. The fragrance might not be for everybody, just like the way the Stinger drives may not be for everybody. The way it looks as it goes may not be for everybody, but for the majority of people, they're going to look at it and appreciate it and enjoy it. And that's how this fragrance is. I feel like most people out there smell it and they go, oof, really nice. What is that? Same with the car. And that for me is gonna wrap up scenting my ride, my car, with Dior Sauvage, Luna Rossa Sport, and Eros Flame. I've already tagged 2 other people, so I expect to see those videos in the next, whenever you get around to it, I don't know, week or 2. For all of you that are still here that hung out with me while I just kind of randomly talked about a few fragrances and my car, thanks. Thanks to Eva at the Fragrance Test Tube for tagging me in this video. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Hopefully you guys have an awesome day today. Stay safe out there. I will see you tomorrow with another fragrance video. See you guys.